Captain Visor Ace. Bleach chapter 494. And what I'm going to do as usual, I'm going to give a quick run through of the chapter and give my thoughts and impressions, have a discussion about it. The chapter starts off, of course, with the Serite in shambles, running, screaming. They show Byakuya, they show Renji, Hisagi, and now they're all running towards the Pillars of Light. Of course, they go to Rukia, and Rukia, she's running straight forward to the Pillars of Light also. And that's when Kiyone and Sentaro are saying, like, Rukia, where are you going? She's like, well, the leader of the enemies might be there. I'm just gonna go. She goes off. They look at each other, and they show a panel where it looks like they take off. Maybe they run with her or run away. So then it switches to Old Man Yama. We are introduced with a new character, a seated officer in his squad. Old Man Yama tells him to stay here, hold down the fort. I'm gonna leave. Then it switches to Kira, and we are introduced with 3 more new characters, all seated officers of squad. I believe 5, 6, and 3. I can't remember the names. I believe the name of the seated officer of squad 3, his name is Riku or Ruku. I think it's Riku. So upon that, they're all getting ready. They're looking at the Pillars of Light, which they're saying they're like blue flames, but they're made of like dense spiritual pressure, spirit energy. And Kira, he tells one of the analysis, like, I need a data reading pretty much, and he's looking on a device and it's just all scrambled. The spiritual pressure is too much for it to read to get a clear, accurate reading, so they see an apparition like a silhouette of a person in Uduru, I'm sorry. Kira, he says, it's Quincy. And they all get ready. And next thing you know, here comes an arrow out of the fire. Hits Kira. It does a very, very, very critical amount of damage to Kira. He drops. The seated officers are like, damn, like, Vice Captain Azuru, like, what the hell? So, next thing you know, here comes, all 3 of the seated officers. They release their Shikai. Which one of the seated officers, by the way, resembles Byakuya a whole lot? I believe it's Squad 6, I believe. Anyway, not Squad 6 or 5. Anyway, upon them releasing their Shikai, this Quincy of the Star Knights, the Vandenreich, or Reach, whichever one you want to call it, he takes out 2 of the 3. And then after he does that, he takes out the other one. So all 3 are down, including Izuru, so that's 4 down. The other soldiers, they run off. And upon him taking off the hood, he says, I'm sorry, but we have orders to kill you all. And upon him saying that, they reveal 6 more new characters. And these are all Quincy's. And after he says that, that's when he says, I'm sorry. No, he says, Shinigami tremble in fear. So it switches to a panel where they show Akon, he's in Squad 12 barracks, all the readings and the monitors are going off the charts. He's reading all the losses of spiritual pressure, but at the same time, this monitor over here is just picking up high readings of spiritual pressure and spiritual energy, and he realizes that there has been 1,000 deaths in 7 minutes. 1,000. And after that, you go to a next panel and they show counterclockwise or clockwise, however way you want to look at it, of the captains, dashing out. Actually, captains and lieutenants, dashing towards the Vandenreich. And then it goes to Ichigo. Back to Wake Mono for 2 panels. Look like he's doing the Getsuga Tensho. He's fighting Kurge still. And that's the end of the chapter. Okay. That was the quick little rundown. I'm going to tell you right now, I have never, well, I ain't going to say never, but it feels so good to say, and I'm proud to say, I'm a true Bleach fan. This chapter, this is the part of the review where I give my thoughts and what I thought about it. I love this chapter. I loved it. Bleach chapter 494, it delivered pretty much in every scale. There were virtually no flaws. Okay, the things that I noticed in this chapter. Number 1, I will say this, I'm not a Rukia fan, but I liked how she just took off into battle like that. Even though she's probably going to get dropped, I like how she didn't hesitate, nothing. She took off into battle. She went on that scare punk stuff. Now, as far as Kira, now I've been reading and hearing a lot of things regarding this. I think he's gonna die. I think he's gonna, number one, the reason why, that amount of damage was similar to Mayuri. What Uraru did to him when Uraru was in his final form. But the thing is, this is Kira. Now, yes, he's probably been training over the past 17 months, but he's still not on captain level. That amount of damage done to a lieutenant, you know, without any immediate medical attention, I believe he will die if he's not dead now. I mean, Akon couldn't read his spiritual pressure, like his spiritual readings. One of the SEAL officers said, "Oh no, he was," you know how they do in all anime. People said he was killed. Maybe he's gonna say he was hit or he was laid out. I don't know, but I think he's dead because number one, this is the final arc. There are gonna be some critical losses. We had small losses in the past of Bleach, of course, Gin and Tosin, you know, things of that nature. But I think Izuru is dead. I mean, that amount of damage. Last time someone was revived of that amount of damage, you know, Unohana had to step in, and she's gonna be busy, obviously. So, yes, that's what I think. The Elite Ace thinks Izuru is dead, or he's gonna die. He's a good character, but hey, you know, you need that loss. It gives more of an impact on the series as a whole. Also, this is the thing. If you go back, I counted 11 pillars of light. Yes, 11. Now, of course, I remember when they showed the Star Knights walking towards, you know, like the way like Kubo drew it, you know, you see in the back of them, they were walking. I counted, I believe in that panel, I think I counted 6. Yeah, I counted 6. And these Star Knights, once they were revealed, they matched. 2 of them I seen match the no, 3 match the identities of that panel of Ichigo. You probably don't remember. You probably do. It was that first scan of when the final arc started. They showed Ichigo, and behind him they showed the Quincy, but they didn't show their face. You might have seen the chin or a nose. I remember one with a beard, and I remember one with piercings in his ear. So when they revealed those Vandenreich characters, you see one with the mohawk, 2 piercings. You see kind of a chubby muscular one with a longer beard, and then you see one, yes, a hooded female. Yes, that's a female. Look at the lips. Look at the lips. That's a female. And no, that is not the one that shot the arrow at Kira. That is not. I'm going to tell you why after this. Then the next 3 you see what looks like a shorter, somewhat older Quincy. He has on glasses. You know, his hood was falling back. Looks like he has a beard. And then you see a short, small little kid, kind of is like a younger one. You know, a female. And then you see the one long black hair with this ninja-like mask and these like needle spikes coming out of it. And that's all you've seen. So let's think about this. I counted 8 pillars of light, but 8 members of the Vandenreich have been revealed so far. Yes, 8. The one who shot the arrow at Kira. Then you had the other 6 that have been revealed. Plus, not to mention, the leader of the Vandenreich. So, I counted 8 pillars of light. One I noticed, one of Quincy landed on Sokyoku Hill. I did notice that. So I counted 8 pillars of light. I mean 11 pillars of light. 11, but I counted 8 members of the Vandenreich. So who are the other 3? Who knows? But who I have my eyes set on out of all the Vandenreich, it will be out of all the Star Knights, it is the 2. The one who said, "I'm sorry, you know, I have orders to kill you all." You know, Shinigami tremble in fear. It's him, and it's the one with the long black hair, that ninja mask. Those 2, I am highly curious about. And the one with the mohawk, and the kind of the fat one who was looking up with the beard, those two, I don't know why, I got a feeling one of those two are gonna fight Kensei or Kenpachi. I don't know why. Those are like some rough, gritty, you know, kind of Quincy's, you know. But this chapter, man, I mean, 1,000 deaths in 7 minutes. This is proof positive that Kubo was right in his interview when he said that, you know, the Serite is gonna be just in shambles. The Shinigamis are going to be crying out in their hearts. No, not literally, but you know, they're all going to get messed up. And that's when the Royal Guard is going to have to step in. This amount of power and this amount of devastation, you know, they haven't witnessed anything like this in a while. And I have to give it to these Quincy's because of the fact that these guys, they're ruthless. They don't play around. They you know, so far, they looking sweet. But like I said, I'm more interested in the one who shot Izuru and the one with the long black hair. Old Man Yama, I believe he is going to go for the leader of the Vandenreich, obviously. Maybe he's going to go to Sokyoku Hill. I don't know where that fight is going to take place. But he did say he's going to leave. But the overall thing I loved about this chapter is not the fact that, oh, it's in, you know, Soul Society like I wanted it to. I'm not giving it a very, very good score because of that. It's because it was done right. So don't get the idea because, you know, I'm liking it because it's something I wanted to see. A chapter can be, a chapter can go to a scene or a scenario that you want to see, but if it's not done right, it can still disappoint you. So this not only went to a scene that I liked, it didn't disappoint me. So it was a win-win for me. I mean, you had deaths after deaths after deaths. You had the reveal of a whole bunch of new characters. Of course, those 3 new characters out of the four new Soul Reapers were revealed. Out of the 4, 3 got taken down like that. And I don't know, man. I loved it in that Quincy when he took the heads of them 2 Soul Reapers and crushed them into the ground. He popped them. Yes, he popped them. Blood is gushing up. I mean, he just straight up destroyed them bare hands. That is what I'm talking about. And at the beginning of the chapter, we are given a beautiful, beautiful color spread of the whole Goldie 13, the new Goldie 13. And that's just a constant reminder of why I love Kubo's art style. And to me, he draws the best out of Oda and the guy who does Naruto, all that kind of stuff. Especially Oda for obvious reasons. But it's funny how I don't know about you all, I haven't been hearing or seeing or reading all this negative yin yang people has been talking about Kubo. It's like ever since the beginning of this final arc, I'm like, you know, like what you saying now? Where, you know, I don't be hearing the, oh, Kubo is trolling, or oh, Kubo's doing the same thing, oh, or Bleach is this, Bleach is that. Now everybody's praising it. Everybody want to give us his props and be on his job. Like, no, motivator, you was just downing it. But we all know Kubo is a good writer. He showed this before in the beginning of Bleach. Yes, a lot of people say the series started to shift, especially when it got to the Rancor arc, but he went about that the wrong way, listening to the fans too much. Too much. I mean, he was still doing what he wanted to do, but he was listening to the fans too much, and that's what happens. You can't please everybody because you may want this to happen. This one fan may think this would be cool, but that next fan may not. So even if you do please some of your fans, your other fan base is not going to like that. So that's just how it is. You have to stay true to you. And when you are just staying true to you, that's when you can really see who is down with your work or not, opposed to making the story based off of what the fans want. I mean, he can make suggestions, like he didn't intend for Grimjaw to get that popular. You know, I believe if Grimjaw wasn't that popular, he wouldn't be coming back. Yes, that's right. For all you do not know, Grimjaw is coming back. You know, he is alive, but we all know that. So that's my whole thing about it. Even Neverworld has been saying lately, like out of the 3, you know, Bleach has been the best. Bleach has been like, this is the best chapter out of 3. You know, Kubo's coming with this. Kubo's doing, I mean, nothing but positive things. And I knew it, also knew it because, like I said, Kubo is a good writer. Sometimes people may say he gets writer block or write himself into a corner. But with this being the final arc, of course, he's going to go out with a bang, and that's what he's doing. The story is progressing very good. So far, everything I'm seeing, I'm liking. And Kurge, you know, I'll take my words back. He's starting to grow on me even more. I do like Kurge. I still don't like them boots that they have, but that doesn't make the character. So that's my thoughts about the chapter, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You know, this is why, you know, I love to be a Bleach fan. Seeing this chapter, it just blew me away. These are the things that us Bleach fans want. I loved everything about this chapter. And next week, I don't know if it's going to go back to Hueco Mundo. It probably is. I predict for next week, it will start out in Hueco Mundo. And near the end of chapter, you know, 495, it's going to go back to Soul Society because, you know, Ichigo is my dog. But with these, with what's happening in Soul Society right now, it's like, look, Ichigo, look, put the mask on, do whatever you got to do. Your Urahara step in, drop this dude to get back to these Quincy's, man, these Star Knights. And keep in mind, the Goldie 13 still outnumbers them. So, are one of these Star Knights gonna take on 2 captains at once? But that's my whole thing about it. But before I end this, I'm gonna introduce a new thing I'm gonna do with my Bleach reviews. This is what I'm gonna do. Each week, I'm gonna have, you know, I'm gonna give a question of the week, of course pertaining to Bleach. Of course, I'll give credits and props to my #1 subscriber, Young Money Jeezy. We had a discussion about this. This was his idea and suggestion. Thanks for that, Young Money. So I'm going to start out with this. When I asked the question, you know, of course, I'm going to be reading the answers. And next week, I'm going to give the, I'm going to announce who gave the best answer and why. You know, why I feel it's the best answer. And each week I will have a question. Some might be a chin scratcher, a head scratcher. You know, it might stump you. So I'm going to start the question out with this. To all my Bleach fans, to all my viewers and subscribers, here's the first Elite Ace question, Bleach question of the week. What is Orihime? Is she a Fullbringer? Is she something else? What is she? Now, if we look at everything, we all know what Fullbringers are, because the Fullbringers, you know, Execution, they didn't try to recruit Orihime, but it's been shown that Orihime, those 2 pendants, those 2 hairpins, they're given to her by her brother. She loves them. That's something sentimental. She holds dear to that. And she can manipulate that. She can use that to her advantage. And Hachi clearly said, I went back and double checked before I made this review. Hachi clearly said her powers are closer to hollow than anything. Of course, he would know. He is a visor. He has hollow powers. So let's think about this. She has these mysterious powers that she can use from a sentimental item that resemble hollow powers, but the Fullbringers never acknowledged that, or they never tried to recruit her. And we all know Fullbringers have sentimental things. They can manipulate pretty much anything, but especially something that sentimental. You know, Genjao that cross, think Yuki with the PSP, Jackie with the boots, etc., etc. So that's my question to you. What is Orihime? Do you think she's the Fullbringer? Yes, no, maybe so. Why or why not? Let me know. But I love this chapter. All my Bleach fans, I'm glad we are Bleach fans. This is what we talk about. Can't nobody say nothing about Kubo now. If they are, they're trying to nitpick, bitch pick, or bitch pick, pitch pick, nick. All that kind of nicks, all that kind of stuff. This is the Elite Ace. I'm sorry, Captain Visor Elite Ace. I'm signing up.